G'day viewers, I'm going to try and make this thing all self-sufficient here. Inlet there from the compressors, like a normal air compressor. Once the compressor's done, cuts out, dump valve, dumps in there and cuts out. That's all going to work as it should. I've got to find a correct bolt for this top cover here. It's kind of a bit too tight, there's not enough thread there. This won't work properly. Now this T here is going to go in between the gauge and that T. The pop pressure relief valve there is going to go there. It's hard to make a decent air compressor without using too much fittings, or I do have some of the fittings, but I don't trust them. They're all cracked and all shitty quality brass, so we're not using these cast iron ones anyway. So they're just sitting there. Might as well just use these on here. So put a T in there. That will be my outlet. Compressor inlet goes in here now. Yeah, probably just use it for something else. Good tank, but I haven't got a way of draining the any accumulated moisture out of the tank. I have to drill a hole in the bottom with a little valve on it so I can get the moisture out. I might keep that for something else. It's just a really good tank because it doesn't rust, so looking for no corrosion here. Okay, got everything I need. Power goes in, power goes out to the compressors, dump valve here, dump the head pressure valve there, power, air goes in, charge the tank up, pop valve and outlet. That's pretty good. I just turn this so the hose is back here and it will connect into here. And we'll just wire it all up and give it a test. Viewers now for some troubleshooting. This is a 3-phase cut in and cut out switch for a 3-phase compressor, by the way. So if one of these contacts tends to be too bad or too buggered, I can just use this middle one that's not being used. Now I think this thing's way out of adjustment. No power whatsoever. I'll do some checks, check over all the wiring and apply power and see if I can give it a good test. Yeah, might be some adjusting to do here. Okay, viewers, this contact is pretty much maybe shagged. I've just tapped it with a thick insulated handled screwdriver and I have a spark in here. A brief contact, so these contacts need to be cleaned. I might put the switch active around to this middle one. The next best condition set of contacts, which haven't ever been used ever, so that might improve things a bit because it was this end here it sparked from. So I bet the contacts on this side are a bit too shagged. Time for a test. Yeah, that's better. Insulated screwdriver here. Yep, it bleeds off the pressure from the head. Sweet, it works. Now this contacts here were buggered. I was getting continuity, but no current. Alright, safer checks have been done. I've checked all the earth and active and neutral connections are all good. The earth's all working properly. Beautiful. Now I'll switch off. Yep, it's dumping. Beautiful. Alright, let's put the cover back on. Alright. Reposition everything there. I might have to angle this up higher a little bit so it's not touching here. I can always change this hose. Yep, they're both going. Yep, both compressors are going. Yep, they're definitely vented. There's a bit of crud there to flush some free it CRC in there to clean it. Oh, that's leaking now. Okay, the old bloody leaks. The seat in there might be buggered. Okay, that's not bloody working then. I'll have to clean this out more now. This thing has to be cleaned out. I might have to make a new seat for it. But it's definitely working. Yeah, the seat's buggered. Anyway, That's the electrical side sorted out, and that'll sort this side of it out, and this out, and that's it. It'll work like a normal compressor. Just got to adjust all that and adjust the cut in and cut out pressure of this thing. Yeah, there's some repairs to be done here. Yep, that does dump the pressure. Yeah, bit leaky. It is dumping the pressure though. That's working properly. It's just this thing here. The seat in there has to be fixed up so it doesn't keep bleeding past as it's trying to charge the tank up. Anyway, got some more goodies today. It's cut out. That's working, but the pressure's a bit too low there. Yeah, there's some adjusting to be done, but it works. That one had to be adjusted to the right pressure, so all I gotta do now is just calibrate everything, and that'll be it. Oh, sleep with your nose between your front legs. Oh, cute. So warm and purry, aren't you? Cute. Oh. Cute. And I've given this dishwasher. Hasn't been used at all. So it's been sitting unplugged with it for about 10 years, literally. So I'll have to check the circuit board in here. Some capacitors might have dried out, or relay contacts got may have been dodgy from the factory or something. So put a control board out behind the door here and give everything a good service and see what happens. Hopefully I'll get this thing working. Our original dishwasher we had at our place now, the original one we had was exactly the same as this, so I love that this in here going again. The repairman's already taken a look at it a couple of times, so he reckons it wasn't worth fixing, but yeah, he probably didn't have a spare board on hand. Anyway, small bits and pieces in there. One of these little screws must have come out. Anyway, let's see if we can repair it. I know what's wrong with this thing now. The membrane switch behind here was buggered. There's a little membrane that goes behind there you touch. So, and that plugs into there, and that was actually missing, so looks like it's been missing for a while. We didn't bother fixing it, so I'm going to have to find a membrane switch for this, and I reckon this will go again. Plugs in there, goes in behind there, kind of like a microwave buttons. So I can find a membrane switch from somewhere. I reckon I can get this thing going. Okay, been a bit of a muck up here, but it seems to be all right now. I still bloody leaks though. Got it auto adjusted. That was cutting out at 40 psi, so I've had to adjust the this spring here. Just turned all the way down. Just got to set that and set the pressure. This will be alright. This thing here is my next problem though. It's getting this straightened out. With this dump valve here is blocked to bugger, you might have to pull that apart and clean it. The original bloody compression fitting in there couldn't get it to fit. The 13 here were buggered, so I've had to use this cheap valve, leave it on all the time, and just put a normal hose connector in there to adopt the, I think that's a, 38 BSP I think. Had to do something a lot smaller, fine feed. This thing keeps bloody leaking, no matter how tight I do it. Yeah, just got to get these leaks straightened out and this straightened out, and that's it. It's got plenty of starting torque though. Here we are, it's not dumping head pressure. Got to get this valve sorted out, that's why it's not dumping pressure. Could be here though as well. So that seems to be working alright. I've pulled this apart, the seat's in perfectly good condition, so I think it's in here. It's just gotten blocked full of shit. It's got dirt and crap in there, I have to clean that out. I'll let this get out the pressure and see what it cuts out at. So far so good. Got a good standalone air compressor now. Beautiful. Made this fitting, I tapped the thread inside this fitting to fit this barb. Looks like I haven't put enough Loctite, that's where it's leaking from. You know, remove that, fill it with Loctite and it should be pretty much good to go. Quite happy how this has worked out, even though I spent the whole bloody day in it, finding all the bits and pieces, but worth it. Still yet Loctite, the set this still moves a bit, so cheap Chinese Loctite goes off pretty bloody easily. Used to make this in Australia, now they make it in China. I prefer the bottle Permatex, American made brand. Works a lot better. That's just medium strength, by the way. Or super nut lock in this big bottle. But it's good for this because it seals out any air from leaking out of the threads. Okay viewers, so I've got this pretty well sorted pretty good for now. A little couple of faults got to iron out. That all pops at the right pressure. Yeah, I've got to adjust it, a bit of fine tuning now, but it's working pretty good. I have to pull this thing here out and get that working. I think that plate might actually be bent actually. It looks like it's been bent up too much. That's probably why I started dumping the head pressure. It's just a matter of getting this all tuned up. Yeah, other than that, it's worked out pretty damn well. Anyway, that'll be enough for now. Thanks for watching.